In the world of big tech, big companies are always pushing the limits of what's possible. And not just with the gadgets they make, but with the buildings they work in. Some of the biggest names in tech are creating super cool headquarters, like offices with rainforests inside, or even ones shaped like a spaceship. And these places aren't just ordinary buildings, they're amazing engineering marvels. The civil engineering that went into designing these complex and high-tech offices is just as incredible as the tech these companies create. In this video, we're diving into some of the most insane, multi-billion-dollar tech company headquarters in the world. Get ready to go inside and see the engineering magic that makes these places so unique. Let's start with one of the most iconic headquarters in tech, Apple Park, often called the spaceship. And it's probably one of the most complex tech company headquarters ever built. This incredible campus opened in Cupertino, California in 2017, and it cost about $5 billion to build. That's right, $5 billion. The main building is a massive ring that stretches a mile in circumference. It covers 2.8 million square feet, which is even bigger than the Pentagon. It takes people over 20 minutes just to walk the full loop around the building. So, why does it look like a spaceship? Well, this building is a perfect circle, and it's surrounded by trees, giving it a futuristic sci-fi vibe. But beyond the looks, Apple Park has some serious engineering built in. For one, it's designed with solar panels covering every inch of the roof, so that the whole building is powered by renewable energy. In fact, Apple Park has so many solar panels on its roof that it creates more energy than it uses, which is enough energy to power over 17,000 homes. Apple Park also has the world's largest panels of curved glass. These 45-foot-tall glass walls curve along the entire outer ring of the building. The designers wanted to give as much natural light to the inside as possible. The civil engineers had to figure out how to put in these huge glass panels so that they would be strong enough to handle earthquakes. Since California gets a lot of earthquakes, they used a special technology called base isolation to keep Apple Park safe from all that shaking. This means the building sits on special flexible pads that act like shock absorbers. When an earthquake hits, these pads let the building move a little without breaking. This is the earthquake design technology we talked about in our video about earthquakes. Next up, we have Google's headquarters in Mountain View, California, which is called the Googleplex. While it might not look as futuristic as Apple Park, the Googleplex is still pretty incredible. And it's been a pioneer in open office spaces and also having an eco-friendly design. Google has made the Googleplex as green as possible, meaning it's designed to save energy and protect the environment. One of the coolest things about Googleplex is its geothermal energy system. Geothermal energy is basically heat from the Earth's core. Engineers installed pipes deep underground to tap into this heat. During winter, these pipes help warm up the buildings, and in summer, they cool them down. Think of it like using the Earth's natural warmth to replace a heater or air conditioner. Googleplex also has what's called green roofs. These are rooftops covered in plants, which help to insulate the building. Insulation means the building stays cool in the summer and warm in winter, reducing the need for extra heating or cooling. The green roofs also soak up rainwater, which keeps it from running off into storm drains and also helping to reduce flooding. And Google isn't done innovating yet. One of their newest buildings is shaped like a giant tent, and it uses something called biophilic design. This means it's designed to bring nature inside. Inside the building, there are tons of plants, open-air spaces, and even natural light filtering in from the roof. It's like working in a giant, eco-friendly greenhouse. Now, let's head up to Seattle, Washington, where Amazon has built one of the most unique office spaces ever, the Amazon Spheres. Imagine giant glass orbs filled with over 40,000 plants from all around the world. That's actually what the spheres are. Amazon opened these in 2018, and they are designed to give employees a place to work that feels connected to nature and get some nice fresh air. Building the spheres was no easy task. They had to design these large glass domes so they could support these rainforest-like environments. Engineers had to create a special structure called a geodesic dome. This means the building is made of triangles that fit together like a puzzle. This triangular structure is super strong and helps support the weight of the plants and the glass. In total, the spheres are made of over 2,600 pieces of glass and almost 400,000 pounds of steel. And they're designed to keep the inside environment just right for the plants, kinda like a high-tech greenhouse. Inside the spheres, there's also a special climate control system. This system keeps the air at a steady temperature and humidity level, making it feel like a rainforest even during Seattle's cold winters. It's like having a tropical getaway right at the office. The spheres are another great example of a biophilic design like the Googleplex. Studies have shown that being around plants can reduce stress and even boost creativity. So, Amazon's engineers didn't just create a unique space, they built a green space that helps employees feel refreshed and inspired to do amazing work. Now, back in Menlo Park, California, we can't forget about Facebook's incredible headquarters that opened in 2018, called MPK 21. This campus cost around $1 billion to build, and it's one of the greenest tech campuses out there. And it was even designed by the famous architect Frank Gehry. The roof of MPK 21 isn't just a regular roof, it's actually a 3.6-acre garden. It has over 200 trees, native plants, and a walking path, which gives employees a beautiful place to relax during breaks. Just like the green roofs at Googleplex, the rooftop garden is a pretty space that also insulates the building to help regulate the temperature. And another cool feature is that Facebook added a rainwater collection system to MPK 21. This system collects rain and stores it so it can be reused for watering the garden. Engineers had to carefully design this system to make sure it could store enough water and release it when needed. This is especially important in California, where droughts are very common and becoming more frequent. MPK 21 also runs completely on renewable energy, making it one of the most sustainable office buildings of its size. Facebook wanted this campus to be a reflection of their commitment to the environment, and these features show that they are continuing the trend of sustainable building designs that other tech companies are using. So, why do tech companies spend billions on these high-tech super green campuses? It's not just to have a fancy office. For companies like Apple, Google, Amazon, and Facebook, these headquarters are like giant billboards. They show the world that these companies are serious about civil engineering innovation and the environment. These buildings also help attract top talent. After all, who wouldn't want to work in a building that's like a spaceship or in a rainforest? And by making these campuses green, these companies are setting a standard for eco-friendly buildings. They're proving that it's possible to create massive office spaces that don't hurt the environment. Plus, these headquarters are designed to help employees feel more relaxed and inspired. Like we had mentioned before, studies have shown that working around nature can reduce stress and even improve focus. By adding things like rooftop gardens and indoor plants, these companies are creating workspaces that help people feel more creative and happy to come to work. And the success of these amazing tech headquarters is inspiring other tech companies to try out advanced civil engineering designs too. Microsoft's campus in Redmond, Washington is getting a big makeover with underground parking and lots of green spaces. NVIDIA, located just a few miles from Apple Park, also recently finished a futuristic campus with a cool triangular shape that lets in tons of natural light. These high-tech campuses aren't just workplaces. They're symbols of what's possible when you mix technology with civil engineering. And as tech keeps evolving, we can expect these campuses to get even cooler and more eco-friendly. So, that's our tour of the most amazing tech company headquarters out there. From Apple's earthquake-ready spaceship to Amazon's plant-filled spheres, these buildings are changing what it means to have an office. The civil engineers who design them are pushing the limits of building design, making spaces that are great for both people and the planet. Thanks for watching. We hope you loved exploring these incredible tech campuses and learning how civil engineering made them possible. Be sure to check out our other videos on cool engineering innovations. And remember to like and subscribe to our channel because engineering is for everyone.